Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to our restaurant. My name is Gary Menez, and I'm the chef. Today we're going to do a couple four dishes for four lovely wines that Ms. Vanessa and I just love. So here we go. The first dish that we're going to do today is a lobster roll. Very simple, yet there are a lot of components that can go wrong, or a lot of things that can go wrong if you don't get the right components. So, fresh lobster. First of all, it's simply been blanched. It'll be all in the recipe too as well on how to procure your lobsters and how do you say, process them humanely, if there's such a thing, but there is, and then how to extract it from the shells. We have some aioli, which is a fancy way of saying mayonnaise, so that's classic in a lobster roll dish. We also have some chives. We have some fresh picked parsley that we've very simply chopped, and it's sometimes difficult to find fresh tarragon. So for the ease of this, we have some dried tarragon. It's a little bit more concentrated, so you're going to use a little bit less, but still you want a little bit of that licorice flavor too as well. And you can add or extract whatever you wish according to your own flavor profile. Obviously some lemon, which gives it a little bit of freshness. And we're going to put all these cold ingredients together, almost like you're making a tuna fish salad. And this is just as simple, and it has the same concept, same ingredients too as well. It's a fancy way of making a tuna fish sandwich, but we're using lobster. And here we go. For this dish, we portioned out one full lobster, as you get two claws. We have two half tails here, which makes the cutting easier. And we have the knuckles that we extracted from the shell. So if you put this all together, this is equivalent to one lobster, 1¼ to 1½ pounds. We're gonna cut it to a manageable bite-sized pieces, just to ease the work of our guests, as well as work on your behalf too as well, eating it. Texture plays a big part in your experience when you dine. So by cutting them all evenly and in portions that you can bite, start with the aioli or the mayonnaise, and that's also on the recipe too as well. If you don't want to make homemade mayonnaise or aioli, you can use your favorite mayonnaise. Growing up, when we were growing up, our favorite was Best Foods. Just enough to hold it together. The cut parsley, give it some color, but also Italian parsley will give it a little bit of citrus. Finely sliced chive, which will give it a little bit of an onion bite without it overpowering like an onion would do. And to give it a little bit of licorice, just a touch. Gives it that slight bit of aroma. Lemon juice. Touch of salt. Season high. And some pepper. Again, the pepper is just for aromatics too as well. Should look like. Very simple. Now we're going to pan over to here and toast our buns. So just melt the butter and then just make sure the solids and the liquids separate. And right before it starts to turn a noisette or a hazelnut color, then that's when I drop in the buns. And the buns that we're using today are brioche. Traditionally, they would use a hot dog bun, but I love the flavor of brioche. It just makes that much more elegant. And lobster is an elegant dish, so why not kind of expound upon that? I'm just applying pressure on the buns too as well, just to make sure that each part of it hits the pan evenly.